mark. Backbone! And action! Action!
That was awesome.
Zip it, Castle.
Ouch.
Cut! That's a cut, guys. Cut.
When you're writing these sorts of murder mystery shows, you have to cultivate the sicker aspects of your mind.
There's always somebody suffering terribly.
Part of our challenge is coming up with an unusual homicide every week and an interesting and new way to find a body.
In the pilot episode, when we first meet Beckett, one of the cops says she likes the freaky ones.
Most murder scenes are really gory. These are gory and sexy in kind of like a vampire way.
Diabolical. I like it.
Hang more on this angle, Georgia. Yeah.
Here. Vic's a white male, late 30s. Judging from the cracked branches, I'm guessing he did a Superman off the top of that building.
Hopefully, whatever the condition or position of the body is, or where it is, will stir the audience's imagination. It's like, how did this person from this other world end up here dead?
Is it a suicide?
It's not a suicide.
It needs to be interesting, it needs to be exciting, it needs to draw you into the show. And you've got to do that in 30 seconds or a minute.
So is this where I'm at right here?
Just like that.
We have a stunt coordinator that brings in a stunt person for almost every dead person.
If it helps you, you might want to go higher, or are you okay to get in like there?
Yeah, I gotta try it.
All right, I'll buy that.
I think that the dead people on the show are like the best actors because they can't move.
I've jumped off buildings, gone through windows at 6 floors high, been hit by cars, been on fire, and being dead is probably the hardest thing you have to do.
We had a lady that was hanging upside down for us. She was very pleasant.
Which is a neat idea until you hang her and you see all the blood going to her eyes.
And that was a challenge because we had to get all the bugs out with the stunt girl.
Sorry,
What's wrong?
You want to cry?
the wind is,
Sure, don't worry about it. Are you okay, though? Do you want a tissue? You're gonna cry.
Because I knew Rob was going to use 90% of the actors, because that's a money shot for him, you know, is to see the real face.
Playing dead so very much more than simply being still.
Their back hurts, their feet hurt. All they want to do is get out of there.
And you can't breathe at all, you can't move, and they're like sitting there for 2 minutes scene, and you're just like, this is so hard.
Sorry, dude. I'm gonna step on my man. You wearing your cup?
Because it's very hard to close your eyes and not have your eyeballs move.
It's like they're speed reading.
I tell everyone to find a happy place in your mind.
I don't know what you're gonna do about it, is people's necks pulse.
So we have visual effects money in every episode to freeze that.
A good way to slow the heart rate. They're out. They don't need much.
What I want to do is open the show in an environment, in a situation that we never do.
He's there, and his assailant is there, and he's murdered right on camera. And that's a little unusual for us.
We're going to shoot the teaser backwards because we have more moving parts at the end of it than we do through the running bits. And the running bits I can compress, you know, if I get short on time. We got 6 hours to do the whole thing, and it's night, rain, various locations, so we're going to be hustling. You're pretty silhouetted here. Right? And then turn.
No!
Okay, it's too quick. Hang on. It's too quick. Too quick? Don't anticipate.
And you can see that he knows he's going to die. And so when those shots happen and he falls, you care. You want to know what's going to happen next.
Mark? This first shot is going to be wide, absolute backlit, so that when the gentleman comes around, having just left the payphone, looking for refuge from whoever he thinks is or is not chasing him. We don't know if he's delusional, if it's really, we don't know. He's going to stop in silhouette. And real quick, we're going to jump into a medium shot, which will cover the bullet hits, and also a close-up to see him squinting and trying to see who the person with the flashlight is.
Ready, and action! Ready, and turn! No! No! Cut. Good.
I think my favorite body of all time was actually from the first season. We had the frozen lady.
Up on rebar.
And it was December, and then they sprayed her down with water, as if she wasn't uncomfortable enough.
Oh, the worst one. Oh, so nasty.
We actually built the manhole 5 feet off the ground so the camera couldn't get underneath. So when they pulled off the manhole lid, they looked into the manhole and found the dead body.
The cockroaches kept coming out, and they started crawling over our feet. It took us like a good 12 takes before they fumigated the manhole enough so that we could walk up to it.
Like it just makes my stomach turn right now.
The Halloween episode, they did some research on that. People actually do want to be vampires.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
What is wrong?
If he's a vampire and you pull that out, he comes back to life. Yeah.
So gross, but good, you know?
We had this young woman who was murdered and stuffed into a safe. And the safe was only 30 inches by 24 inches.
We found a contortionist, and she stuffed herself in a wall safe.
Is it just me, or is that really, really weird?
The murdered nanny was inside a dryer, and we had to have all these, little stunt girls. They were really small. They came in, they said, "Want me to jump in?" And they came in and they tested it, and there was this actress in there spinning around.
A celebrity chef who's killed with liquid nitrogen, and his hand is frozen. And we pick up the hand, and the guy drops the hand, and it shatters. So that was a lot of fun doing that special effect.
The audience knows somebody's going to be dead in the teaser, and they just see this one girl. So the fun of that was getting her to jump into the chute and starting to push the trash down, making the audience hopefully think that she might go down the trash chute.
I thought that was neat. And tricky, too, because now I had to drop a guy and then release him and let him slide down.
Usually my favorites are by like how much we've tortured our victims. There was a woman swimming in oil who would have to hold her breath and submerge below the surface with the oil.
And it was a stunt woman named Valerie Riccardi, and she had to practice at home for a week, holding her breath and be this dead body in this processed milkshake stuff that looks like oil.
Okay, Valerie, when you want, take a huge breath.
It looked so real, and it just looked like that was an impossible thing to do for an actress.
But every once in a while, we will get a request for, can't you just have a Jill shot Jack over another Jill, or, but no. No, we have Manhattan's most unusual murders. We have to keep these guys busy for at least another 3 seasons.
Leave that to me. Ooh, now I'm really impressed.
Castle, focus.
Got Britt next.
And marker. Seymour.